You're right on time. I was just about to start my meditation practice.
Should be fine now. At least I believe so. I hope so. I would hope so, honestly. Properties. Properties. Should be fine now. I would assume so. Should be fine now. Hey! I would assume so. Nice. Should be fine now. Hey! Nice, nice. Finally, my goodness. Took a while. Took a lot of time. Anyways, welcome chat. Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. Can't really do much about that. But that, just my luck. It's just my luck today. Sorry, 30 minutes in. Oh, goodness. Just cough my first cough. My goodness. Anyways, welcome. Welcome. Are you guys having a good day? Good day, night, evening, afternoon? Because I hope you are. Really hope so. Really hope so. Hope you guys are having a good day. For me, as you can see, scuff day. Pretty scuff stream. As always, after stream, I'm just gonna go to work again. Wait, no. Wait, let me check. Yeah, I do have work today. Yeah. But I'll be entertaining you today. Before I go to work. So cherish. Be happy. Do not worry. for anything else? For we are going to start straight up. Probably this time. Let me just check one more time just in case. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Okay, the voice is fine. And by fine, I mean to my standards at least. As far as fine in my case can be. Anyways, hope you guys are doing fine. So let's start today. Today, as you can see in the background, it's gonna the background. I'm gonna play. We're just gonna continue the story for Reverse 90 update. Main story. Fully interaction. I I don't know how to pronounce it. Pretty much, pretty sure I butchered it, but like, you know. Also, to the people that are asking if they want to like help me with the funky stuff and all. I mentioned this before with other people like you guys. No, I don't need help. I do my designs myself. As like as an example being my own avatar, my avatar, my avatar, my chibi persona thing. Yeah, Raskor over here. I drew it. I drew it myself. I drew myself. So I don't really need help with like the designing parts of it, like any art stuff, because I do it myself because I want to. So like now I don't need help, and I'm not looking for help. But thank you for the help though. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate people giving help. But no, I don't I don't need it, and I'm not looking to like pay people because I can do it myself. So like I don't really need to pay people to do something that I can do myself. Yeah, but thank you though. Anyways, let's continue. Continuing the main story. Last part was like we finally got inside legally, and got to the was it Komala prison. Yeah, funky prison. Let's continue then. Part 6. Shadow of the living. Metallic sheen, rippling water, and shadows that peer back from within the dim. My goodness, peer back from within the dim reflection. Continue. Let me make sure the audio is fine. Do tell if the audio is not fine though.
La investigadora se despierta en su cueva en la duna, que le parecía tan vacía como una tumba. Era poco antes del amanecer. Montones de cintas habían ocupado su espacio vital, apilándose una y otra vez. Cada uno de estos carretes giratorios hablaba de historias sobre esa cabaña con techo azul.
Didn't realize I didn't put it on audio for a second there.
Oyó la voz del asesinado conductor de burros detrás de ella. Oigo a todos ellos, las risas y las voces de generaciones pasadas, como hojas secas atrapadas en las grietas de viejas paredes, crujiendo solo cuando el viento sopla otra vez. No pondría un pie en esa casa si fuera tú. El mendigo al lado de la puerta también habló. Duermo en el porche cada noche. Cada mañana una luz tenue brilla a través de la ventana. Pero nadie sale nunca por esa puerta. Y nadie ha entrado nunca. Luego la voz del empleado del banco. Es la historia del alter ego. Esa casa debe haber estado llena de deudas que nadie reclamaría. La anciana enferma, luchando en su cama, susurró. La casa recuerda esos días, cuando la gente desaparecía en la oscuridad de la noche y los niños eran robados por las tormentas.
Do you know of the storm?
La investigadora de paracausalidad
Or is it like an
había
old
oído
storm?
suficiente y volvió a dormirse. Solo quedaba el traqueteo del dado de Babilonia, resonando en su cueva vacía.
All okay. Probably handicap by the point. Oh, in a just not gonna. In the deteriorating activity hall, thousands of floating slips of paper from a blurred colossal face. It is hard to imagine how the imprisoners managed to transform this place into what it is now.
I've always wanted to use the element of fantasy to better establish our theme. And I was right.
Garcia. Pow. You know what? I should do polls. What about that? I should do polls today, don't I? Like, polls would be fun. Nah, maybe tomorrow actually. Stream idea for tomorrow. Yeah, good idea. Good job, me. Anyways, continue. Garcia.
Now the stage is captivating, the timing is perfect, and the audience is ideally placed.
I really should have just rewatched the whole thing again because I don't remember much. I did remember the whole thing started with Lopera. No, Lopera. Lopera was another story. What was it? Bruh, I forgot her name. Bruh. But like basically the new main character in the story wanted to go to prison because she wanted to meet the author that is also her pen pal, which is Aleph, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Aleph. Yeah. So she's meeting Aleph, and funky stuff happens. Finally got into the prison because apparently she met with the timekeeper and Soneto, and then they got into the prison, the Kamala prison, finally legally, even though technically they kind of not even persuade, because they technically just lied to get inside because they didn't really get the proper authorization into the prison. So there is going to be a big problem of this for sure. Anyways, Garcia.
Only one imperfect element remains in the scene. The creator, who hasn't stepped away from his creation.
Interesting. His creation.
No. There's another thing.
Garcia, the curator of the exhibition, stands beneath his work, deep in thought, agonizing over every minute imperfection. His fellow poets whispers to one another.
Can you even tell any difference between today's setup and yesterday's?
Hey, I remember Roberta. I didn't remember her name though. I like her design. Very funky.
Seriously, Roberta?
Oh.
That's a rude question.
What? No, that's... Is it? He legit looks like that one character that I forgot his name. What was it? He was in the same update with Melania and Pickles. Anyways.
Well, what's the difference then?
Well, I can't see one either, but you should never judge art by how much it changes in a day. It's a creative process. We might be standing at the edge of the world, but art has no boundaries. We have to show him our support.
Easy for you to say. He's been tinkering and tweaking for over 3 months.
Oh, 3 months.
Even if the idealist himself entrusted him with this exhibition, he can steal the wrong sometimes. This gallery is turning into a dump.
Estoy viendo fantasmas, todos con las mismas caras, Garcia. Demasiados. Es fácil perderse en ellos.
Is one talking a ghost? Because it sounds like when having navigated through the labyrinth, the idealist, the leader of La Sociedad, arrives at the exhibit's entrance, accompanied by several new faces and the jailer.
Idealist, you're back.
Huh?
Are these new recruits for La Sociedad?
Wait, who did?
You must have had a very successful day.
Who did I? Is the idea? No, the idealist could not be the Jaguar. No.
It is good to see you, Garcia. How has your vision progressed today?
Oh, they did meet already. I forgot. I legit forgot that they already met with LF already. Interesting. There's something written. Interesting.
Just a salon, and now an art
Recoleta.
gallery.
There we go.
Is this really a prison?
Yeah. Her shock is evident on her face, but her worries are ignored as Garcia begins to vent his frustrations.
As you can see, I've strived to push the element of fantasy in my work so that it might reach perfection. But why doesn't it look like what I imagine?
Probably because I don't know. I mean, artist-wise, probably because he didn't has enough skill level yet, or probably he didn't get what he's imagining is not clear in his head to begin with, which is why he can't visualize it. Therefore, he can't make it. Probably. Yeah.
It's like I'm trying
How
to
I see
work
it.
on a shadow. Some shapeless thing that morphs and shifts by the hour. Idealist, am I losing it again?
My goodness.
I took my medicine as instructed.
Kinda wonder. Yeah, I kinda wonder if, because they did mention that they're here because of, it's like an old prison, right? And like back then, arcanists were like still considered like a sickness, and they were born sick. Kinda wonder if that's still, or like Garcia is just sick. Like he actually is like physically sick.
It was never the pills that blinded you, my dear Garcia. You mustn't let tedious routine stifle what's truly alive. Remember, like those old poems, your exhibition must have a timeless rhythm that's never lost to the changing of minds.
Garcia holds out his hands as if grasping something fleeting but fails to hold on to it.
Sorry, maybe I'm just not getting it.
Look up. There's your answer. Though the sun rises the same way every day, the multitudes of shadows it casts are ever changing.
Is Garcia actually that tall?
Isn't that the only constant in life? Change.
True.
We foolishly pursue stability and constancy, but our very world denies it. Take a step back. Take several. And see the truth for yourself, lest you too become lost among the shifting shadows.
I get it now. It's the changing light that makes the exhibit seem different from what I expected. I shouldn't waste my time on freezing things in one perfect moment. Instead, I need to embrace change as it comes.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're just gonna be stuck in time.
I don't know how to thank you. I won't let you down. I must complete this exhibition.
Yeah, nice. Keep on going. Every artist should get that encouragement to just keep going. Keep on doing it. Otherwise, you're just gonna be stunting yourself. Because stopping is just not making you progress, not making you do anything at all. And at the end of the day, you're not progressing, you're not leveling up, so to say. So, this is a message from me, my funky people, my funky roaches. If you are try and pursue something, keep on doing it, keep on being better, and you shall conquer the. Just keep on going.
Complete my alter ego.
What? What? Like a persona? What? The choice of word widens the writer's eyes. The writer's eyes. It's
Did
weird.
you say alter ego? And he called you Garcia. Is that your name? Garcia, where did you learn about this alter ego? Do you happen to write under the name...
Oh. But the curator has already returned to his work, uninterested or oblivious to his visitors.
Please, Recoleta, give our artist some space. Can't you see? He's already returned to his own time and space. He can't hear a thing you say.
One of them mentally ill.
He's right. Garcia is deep in his own head now. He won't hear a thing until he's done with whatever he has to do.
Yeah, very focused, very tunnel vision.
Even if the floor were to collapse out under us, I think he will be left standing in the air without even noticing.
Oh yeah, like what was it? Even if a bomb sets out, he won't even wake up or something. My goodness.
Pardon me then.
Funky. She takes a step back out of respect.
All right, my dear guests.
What?
Please forgive my late introduction. Welcome to the Gallery of Bewilderment.
I legit thought I was like tweaking out for a second because the text is moving. And it is.
Thank you for inviting me here, Mr.
Hey,
Idealist.
Everton. The Foundation's investigators have been carefully observing each prisoner's movements since they arrived, but unfortunately there is no sign of Miss Doris.
I imagine you're curious about what we do here, in the heart of La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas.
My goodness. I don't think I can even repeat that. Like, what? La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas? Probably butchered that.
We're putting together a magazine. A collection of poems from Kamala. Our very own Casa de las Americas.
I'm not sure what that means.
¿Casa de las Americas?
Probably getting an explanation now. The idealist nods with a smile.
Exactly. Named after its great predecessor. You're a fine mind indeed. At this very moment, all our compañeros are working on it.
Is that companion in Spanish? I mean, I would assume so.
Garcia's exhibition, Alter Ego, is centered around the birth of this magazine.
Oh, it's called Alter Ego. It's his alter ego. The thing is like an alter ego. The name is alter ego. I see.
And here, you can see the signatures from all the poets involved.
Oh.
Along with a few words they've written for it.
That's actually interesting.
Reading it is like looking into the soul of our society.
All these signatures.
Oh. Something bad. Taking a closer look, Sonoito steps forward to examine the perplexing artwork. In the dim lighting, the enormous face appears to be looming watchfully over the entire room. A floating slip of paper catches her attention.
Timekeeper, here. It's Dr. Doris' pseudonym.
Erd. She got that so fast though. I would never.
Then she was here.
Yeah. Good eye, Soneto. Soneto pockets the slip of paper dutifully.
Precisely. She used to be one of us, and still is, if I may correct myself.
Like as a doctor or a prisoner?
You can ask around here. Maybe some of our members know where she went.
Or I guess maybe just as like a member of the La Sociedad de, what was it? De la Americas?
Don't we all miss the familiar faces of old friends? I'm sure they'll do everything they can to help you find yours.
As he finishes speaking, several enthusiastic prisoners come forward to read the idealist.
Mr. Idealist, I finished my short story. It's called Weightlessness. It drifts around the subject like a sheep floating in space. The readers can start anywhere in the story or read it in any order they like.
Oh, that's actually an interesting concept. It's like choose your own adventure, but choose where you want to start, I guess. In a way. No, I think it's not really. Choose your own adventure. It's just where you want to start. So it's still actually kind of interesting. It's like a trilogy, but the places, but the movies are like what actually? No, can I even say the word? I don't think so. I'm just not gonna risk getting banned, I guess.
And please take a look at my piece
No.
of limits. Every word that has been forbidden is either erased or replaced with symbols. It's a one-of-a-kind jarring experience.
Oh. That's smart, actually. It's like curse words or something. Or like slurs and stuff, I guess. Actually, kind of interesting. Like, interesting concept. Roll off limits.
And I finished a
Oh.
new paragraph. Just wrote it today.
Interesting. I like his face. The prisoner, wrapped in several meters of manuscript paper, like a strange sort of mummy, squeezes into the crowd.
Oh, new faces.
Him,
Welcome.
without any warning, he calmly tears the manuscript to shreds. Never mind, 100%. The fluttering fragments fall, trailing sparks from a fireworks show. Okay. The abrupt welcome ceremony leaves the newcomers stunned, while the natives share knowing smiles. I mean, it is in quotations, so probably just like active prisoners, I guess. This is an interesting way to paraphrase. No, call someone a native, even though you're technically just a prisoner. Huh.
Idealist, did he just...
This is the writer for the prologue of our magazine.
Prologue. The leader of La Sociedad, either misunderstanding or evading the question, responds with enthusiasm.
The prologue consists of a 2,000-line poem and an introduction that is written in 86 languages
What?
to avoid misinterpretation. It represents every second we spend here.
Huh. 2000 is a lot. Not a book, a lot, but it's still a lot though. Huh.
Naturally, the arrival of new members disrupts its structure, and so we must begin again from scratch.
Huh. I mean, 2000 not really that much. It's not even a book. It's not even a I mean, I guess a pamphlet kind of works. It depends on what kind of pamphlet you're reading. Huh. Not even a magazine. I mean, there's a prologue. 2000 not really that much. Interesting. Let's begin again from scratch. Interesting.
So he just tore it all up like that because he thought we were joining? With all due respect, isn't this a little excessive? Heaven knows I'm not one to judge. I've torn up plenty of writing for my novel.
Please, pay it no mind. It may not be an easy task, but he's doing his part. Destruction is hard, but more necessary than you think. Without it, we'd all be stuck in a still and stagnant pond, with all the smells that entail.
Interesting. Give me a sec, chat. Oh, never mind. There's some funky people. Also, the answer is no, by the way. Anyways, continue.
This all sounds very complicated. When will your magazine be finished then? Forgive me, but I'm not sure what a floating sheep, a jarring reading experience, and all this constant rewriting are meant to express.
To be fair, art is weird. Something doesn't really have to have a meaning, right? Because it's too subjective. Because by this point, especially in like the new modern era of art, anything can be art, and it's kind of meh. Sometimes it's just meh. Just because there's no longer a structure, no longer a reason to do art. If anything can be art, you know what I mean? But still, people do art because they want to express themselves in a way, in a form of art. The jailer, having remained silent, takes a deep breath and interrupts. Oh, finally.
As
Jack
I've
Ward.
said, Komala isn't like any other prison.
Hey, I forgot her name.
Miss Jailer, do you make...
This place
Oh.
also serves as a research center.
Sorry
And the
about that.
prisoners here, for all they claim, are not just poets.
Yeah. Just do that again.
Miss Jailer, do you mean...
Yeah, just can't sleep at night after work if I don't hear that properly.
They are Arcanist criminals, and each one of them has been diagnosed as mentally ill.
Funky. The tongue twister. Not even tongue twister. My goodness. The leader of La Sociedad remains composed like an island in a rough sea, leaving the onlookers to question whether he is entirely mad or the sanest of them all.
You're quite right, jailer. But let's not forget that mental illness is merely a deviation from the norm. And who decides the norm? You, the physician, or the ones outside these walls? We've been exiled here by the standards of our time, deprived of our roles in the outside world. So please, as we agreed before, I ask you not to interfere with the affairs of La Sociedad.
These people are visitors, not your new recruits.
But should we not hear their thoughts first?
The list turns toward the visitors with an urgent plea.
My friends, no one escapes the eye of power. We must resist. Stand with us. Pick up your pen and take poetry as your shield before it is too late.
Idealist, I admire your fight, but I came here with a different goal.
Yeah, to find the person, right? Find the pen pal of hers, which I'm still not sure who actually. Pretty funky stuff. I mean, I would assume it's Aleph, but we don't see Aleph yet. The leader of La Sociedad, caught in his fervor, ignores her words and carries on.
We are the last true owners of an old legend, words now only remembered as myth. We must stay on the path of literature until I find that transcendental solution. To invent an idiom that is generic, all-encompassing, yet precise. My poem will be written in this language, leaving no room for doubt or misinterpretation. How blessed is a man with infallible memory. He holds the finer details of each object within him, more vivid than anyone else. In the end, he'll have all the answers, if time allows him.
I mean, it's not in quotation, but it kind of does sound like something he's reading up something written. A dreamlike expression crosses his face. It briefly seems as if he has become an entirely different perfect person, but his vision is soon interrupted.
Sweet tongue, sister.
What?
Howls. Hermaphrodite. Tango.
What? Oh, they're just crashing out.
They put the whole city in the nut house.
The what?
Timekeeper, look over there. Isn't that the prologue writer?
Uh-huh.
There's something off about him.
Uh-huh.
Please, Timekeeper, stay away from him.
Oh, are we fighting?
What's happening?
Idealist.
Throwing
that
hands,
was
let's go.
Another episode.
Oh, throwing hands.
Multiples of us. You make reality sick.
Wait, is he? I'm actually confused. Is he the plot writer? The one with the scraps of paper around something? The scripts. Whoa, whoa. A flash of arcane energy flares up and the jailer steps into the crowd, reactive.
I could use your help, ladies.
Hey. Oh, there's a war there. Might have skipped that. Gallery of Bewilderment. Petrify? Why petrify? What was it again? I saw petrify for a second there. Huh. I swear there's like something written, but oh well. Am I using today? Oh, got Recolor stuff for free. So Recoleta is gonna be there. Who can I? Can't even put her. Yeah, I can't even. So I can't even support her with pickles. I guess she's an ultimate character. But I'm not sure if I have any ultimate characters. You just go on full support and then a healer. Guess Tutu? No. Yeah, but Tutu is, yeah, might as well. And let me check real quick.
The puppy is delighted by your visit. He is about...
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Give me a sec, guys. I mean, I can't really do anything to support Recoleta here. I guess this has to do. Not even sure if I can use anything else. But then this one, I guess. All areas getting damaged out. Reality defense. And it's a permanent buff too. So like it is good, but didn't have it up yet. Why not?
Embrace rather than resist.
En la
do this.
acumulación de laberintos.
What?
Suéltalo todo una vez más.
What? What? Did I put it on auto? No, I didn't. What in the world? Straight up out of nowhere. He's gonna be dead. Anyways.
Más allá del concepto mundano del tiempo.
Oh, look, here's another one.
There.
To the left.
No.
Listen.
Oh well.
Cosmología, filosofía clásica.
We stand
El
together.
fundamento del mundo. Look.
It's a waste. You know what? No, I'm not gonna waste it.
I have all these
I'm
cycles
sorry, I'm
providing culture.
decisive.
You, me, and our... En la acumulación de laberintos. Suéltalo todo una vez
Best
más.
mass. Hey. Hey, welcome to the stream, Loner2110. Welcome. Playing Reverse 1999 today. Just doing the story. Funky stuff. Start now.
En todos los momentos.
This
There.
part should do.
Wait, one sec.
To the right.
Here,
Oh, look,
here,
Más allá
here,
de en
here.
todos los momentos.
There.
This'll help.
That's more like it.
We stand together. Huh, a truly villainous moment.
Do I have to do this?
No.
My shells.
Then this
Like cupping
one.
the moon in the palm of my hand.
No. This
Más
first.
allá del concepto.
This.
Cupping the moon in the palm of my...
It's kind of wasteful though. Here.
Like cupping the moon in the... To the left. En todos más allá del
There.
concepto mundano del tiempo. I am the waves
Something
in the
that
ocean
jumbo.
and the stars in the sky.
I'm gonna be dead. No. No, never mind. Dead.
Now, to preserve this memory in
Hey.
our dreams.
Nice. Melania. Nope. The frantic prisoner is subdued. He lies convulsing in the center of the exhibit hall.
Poor soul. I'll bring him to bed.
Thank you.
Well done, ladies. Aren't you full of surprises?
What was all that?
No. I mean, I would ask, so honestly. It was suspicious for the guy to just suddenly bolt up to thank people.
It seems he had a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And lost control of his arcane skill. It appears that every line he recited carried unbridled power.
Usually, only specific lines can channel arcane energy. You can't just force the power into words or craft a poem to serve your purpose. Pablo must have a rare gift for identifying empowered lines. When he recited them all aloud, they overwhelmed him.
That's right. He's a genius who writes the ties of emotion, just like Arthur Rimbaud. We always keep a close eye on him to make sure he doesn't recite anything while reading or writing.
Roberta trades glances between the tense jailer and her visitors.
But sometimes things slip through.
Yeah.
You must understand how difficult it is for a poet to never taste the words on his own lips.
So then, this isn't the first time, and you're all fully aware of it. Do I understand you right? Did you just admit that you've been hiding an inmate with a dangerous condition from us?
Interesting. It is dangerous, though.
According to the safety regulations for the Panopticon of Kamala, he must be sent to the physician for immediate treatment.
Ooh. Kinda wonder what kind of treatment it is. It's gonna be painful. Also, welcome to the new viewers. Welcome. Playing Reverse 99 today. Continuing the main story. I have been postponing the continuation for a while, but I'm back now and I'm going to continue it for real. The jailer's command causes a dramatic shift in the room.
No, wait. we can explain.
Oh.
He's doing fine. We know how to help him. This was just an accident. We got distracted by the new members.
Hmm.
We won't be handing him over to the physician.
Ooh.
No true writer would allow their mind, the most sacred palace of their thoughts, to be opened up to that cold-hearted, ignorant butcher.
Oh.
Even one who believes their inspiration flows from a source beyond the mere substance of a brain would refuse it.
What? Wait, even one who believes their inspiration flows from a source beyond the mere substance of a brain would refuse it. Hmm. The word butcher though. Butcher. It's an interesting word to describe someone that is supposedly be some of the medical field, but to be a butcher. Hmm. Oh. The jailer furrows her brows and pulls out her weapon. Oh my god. And the air tightens into an invisible thread. They're fighting again. Question mark. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, wrong one. Give me a sec. Oh, what's that? Oh. It's this one first, right? The Weaving of Shadows, Volume 3. Rust fills the air, and an exiled bird has found a branch to rest upon. Enter the darkness. Oh. Short story.
Fate.
Octavia?
Yes. It looms over us, yet each of us may hold the power to steer its course.
Oh, she's the one that's taking power or something? I don't remember. Like what? I like her necklace design though. Just like this nation of contradictions. Fate should also be. Oh. In that case, shall we officially begin the salon? The ever observant Roberta, noticing the tears welling in Octavia's eyes, cuts her off. Would anyone like to share a story on this topic? Whether it's a personal experience or written tale, let's bring some life to the salon. Well, if no one has anything to say, I could always retell the story of my fateful journey across the Mexican borders. Salon. I mean, it's not a salon for sure. Is it just a salon in concept, as in like it's a place for people to gather and drink? But I doubt they have anything to drink in that way. A chair squeaks as one man stands, all eyes fall on his face, shadowed by his heavy brow and sharp cheekbones. An unexpected twist. No one noticed him quietly sitting at the edge of the crowd until now. Julio. I spent the first half of my life as a bank clerk. One day, sitting behind that glass window, staring at the endless stacks of checks, papers, and flyers, it hit me. I was serving a life sentence. So I quit, went home, and decided to write something. My wife threw a fit at first, but when I wouldn't budge, a cold war broke out between us. Then finally, she issued an unilateral eviction notice to her husband. I mean, to be fair, it was a drastic move to just quit. I got drunk, punched a bastard officer who was beating a beggar in the street. Then everything after that's a blur. When it came to, I was already here, a place that feels more like a home than any other place ever did. The idealist gave me some water and suggested I write to Aleph. So I did. I wrote a letter and asked a question. 2 weeks later, I got a reply. 2 weeks? Probably sorting. So it's a sorting period, I guess. Probably, so it probably means a week. Like, takes a week to sort and then reach the person to Aleph, and then he replies. 2 weeks, like a week passed, and then it actually got to like Julio again. Still, 2 weeks is a long time. I kind of wonder, is this Aleph guy is in prison too or not? So otherwise, it's just a long time. Just one line. I'm still trying to figure out what it means. In the short span of life, there exists an infinitely extending staircase, and at its end lies nothing but a silent body of water. Silent body of water. Can be freedom. Possibilities. Extending staircase, and its end lies nothing but some body of water. Huh. I wonder what that means. Julio, I had no idea you had such a story. Why haven't you mentioned it before?
I didn't know you've written to Aleph too.
Octavia, maybe you did choose the right topic. Young, passionate writers like you should carry the dream of changing society. Don't end up like me, waiting until this age to finally pick up the pen. Oh? The hostess, fully engrossed in the story, has almost forgotten all about the topic. Great, I suppose it's my turn then. So here's my tale of crossing the Mexican border. I'm assuming she already talked about this story again, like multiple times, and she's doing it again. For heaven's sake, spare us. I'm assuming so. Just by this reaction alone. I've heard at least 7 or, oh my god. I've heard at least 7 or 8 versions of that story already. Not to mention the 5 short stories in your collection, my goodness. 5 stories are better. 5? And the only difference between them is the narrative perspective. My god. It's the narrative perspective. Repetitive narrative is indeed an important topic in literacy criticism. Fair, it is. I feel like it is good because it makes you think more. I mean, it is like a true story, right? So it's a little different, but if it's not like a real, like something from life experience, it can actually help you write in like different ways, drastic ways of like how people think, how people speak in their mind, how they see in like third person. So it's like I've read something like this before. It's like actually very interesting to see like people's perspective, like different characters' perspective in the same situation, but how they see things and how we see in their eyes and on like how they perceive the world, like people around them. It's actually very interesting. The remainder of the salon is spent in noisy chatter as the storytelling quickly spirals out of control. Only Dr. Doris quietly repeats that name to herself. What name?
Aleph.
No. Oh, Aleph. Was it Aleph or Aleph? I would assume Aleph, but I guess Aleph. Let me double check. Give me a sec. Okay, let's continue. Aleph. Oh, she's writing again. Mr. Julio's paths was an unexpected gold nugget, the perfect material for a biography. I'll treat it with care in my next submission. submission to wear. But then I had nearly forgotten I was still in prison. I had been swept up in the literary salon. I resolved to record all that I witnessed in this prison. As to whether the inhabitants are truly prisoners, that will be for the readers to decide. It's kind of funny because they just mentioned this and they did it, because this is how we see Doris, right? This is how Doris see the world, and then we're actually seeing how Doris is seeing the world, and then it's like this. It's like black and white. The outlines are like all white because Doris technically can't really see anything at all, but this is how she sees the world. This is interesting, but in a way wouldn't even make sense because she can't see. She's like legally blind, right? Like biologically blind, so she can't really see anything at all. So it's still an interesting visual to see. At the time, I did not ask how they found their way into this prison, but like them, I was thinking of pure things. Looking back on this journey, I now see that the tangled strands of Las Babas del Diablo had formed an interconnected web. Just as the salon gets into full swing, a face emerges from the shadows, only the smile clearly visible. Oh, the idealist. Rarely I do observe the salon from afar, taking all its symbolic quirks and subtle metaphors. The bridge between reality and unreality. The poetry of the typical and the atypical. This is exactly how I envision La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas when I founded it. I still don't know what that means. I mean, Society of Poets in America, I guess? I don't know. The new arrival catches your attention. Reality and unreality. Are you referring to the difference between non-fiction and fiction? I'm afraid I haven't quite grasped your full meaning. But you understand at least part of it, didn't you? That alone proves we're walking the same path, the unwavering pursuit of aesthetic truth. We're citizens of the literary kingdom, stargazers chasing the first light to reach the shores of the new world, children crying beneath the tree of pure ideals. As its founder, I sincerely invite you to join La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas and become one of us. Join La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas. My goodness, so long. The gentlemanly bow, an invitation that is hard to refuse. Everything here carries an air of mystery. The literary gathering, the strange architecture, the enigmatic recipient of all those letters. A rare opportunity, my goodness.
I'm truly flattered by your invitation. I'd be delighted to join the Poetry Society. But might I trouble you with one question, Mr. Idealist?
You call yourself the founder, so I assume you are the idealist, yes? As a way, could you tell me about Aleph? Was it Aleph? I forgot. Pretty sure. Aleph.
Aleph.
Never mind. Aleph. Alright. There's two more. What do you mean two more? What do you mean two more? I already did one. Bro. Oh well. Typewriter record P5. A woman's documentation of a blind society. Read document. Director record P5. Even though we refuse to discuss the outside world, spending even a few days inside the prison makes clear that the reason they are here is precisely what they avoid speaking about. Ushuaia, pretty sure that's how you say it, is a cold town on the tip of Argentina's southernmost territory. The polar night, the frozen sea, the proximity to Antarctica, the endless winter, it all makes the place seem buried by time and forgotten. It possesses all the necessary qualities of prison, making it an ideal place to send Arcanist suspects diagnosed with mental illness. Place to be forgotten. Setting aside the true definition of madness and their status as prisoners, what I see in this prison are former poets, writers, and social activists. In their era, some spoke of poetry, then disappeared from society for owning a book by Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre. Some incited grassroots rebellion against hierarchical hierarchical structures, only to be exiled. They were repeatedly questioned. Why do you read these books? Why do you write these poems? They were branded thought organizers, and eventually set here to partake in an experiment conducted under the names of Foucault and psychoanalysis. It is nearly impossible to determine whether their madness was defined by society because they resisted order, or if it was induced through relentless electric shocks and torture. Ooh, the OZ way of dealing with mental illness, or perhaps all of these reasons are one and the same. This reason is often avoided, sanitized, or ignored, because deep down we all know how deeply it is woven into the fabric of all our lives. At first, they said nothing, but this very act of deliberate avoidance was what truly conveyed their grief and fear. Alright, let's continue. Part 7. My goodness, we legit. How many? We're already. Let's see. We're at 1 hour. We're 1 hour in. We're already 1 hour in. Let me check. We are in fact already 1 hour in. Almost 1 hour and 30 minutes. Let me check. Do a sound check just in case. Do a sound check. Yep. Everything's been going fine. Check YouTube. Let's continue. Yeah, everything's fine. You can continue now. Continue. Part 7. Passion and Delirium. Open your eyes to see the night. Close them to see the light. Then the jailer going to attack them or something.
This is a serious violation of the rules.
Oh.
I'll have to report this to the physician, and all of your treatments will need to be reassessed.
Ooh. Doesn't sound good.
Until a new treatment plan is in place, all members of La Sociedad are confined to their cells without any of their usual privileges.
Ooh. That's not gonna be good. Probably gonna be rebellion. Unless this already happened before. And the consequences, yada yada. Interesting though.
This is not what we agreed to.
Interesting.
You gave us your word! Affairs within La Sociedad were not to be disturbed.
Ooh.
Please, don't do this. Please, he doesn't deserve this. No one does. We don't want to lose our friend.
Their reaction kind of makes me think the butcher. That butcher, how they call this person a butcher. What really makes you think? The previously convulsing prisoner struggles to his feet.
Senora, I swear it won't happen again. I'll take the medicine on time as instructed.
Kind of wonder if he's been cutting from medicine for a while now, because
I promise I won't hurt anyone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pablo, but rules are rules.
Before you take this poor man from his friends, may I ask you something? Do you know where these inmates go after they see the physician?
Do they never come back now that I think about it? Because if they're asking this, you know?
My duty is to keep order here. What happens beyond these walls is not my concern.
To be fair, I mean, I get it though. It's your job, you're paid to do it. Why you're not doing it?
Perhaps
Fair.
they've recovered from the physician's treatment and were returned to society.
Ooh, that's not helping the situation. I'm gonna lie. If anything, just sows more seeds of doubt in the society's members. The jailer's expression reflects.
Within these walls, the only truth we know is this. No one returns from the clinic of the physician of Kamala.
Yeah, it's not good. Not a good sign.
Are you certain this treatment they received is really a cure?
In a way.
Pablo is harmless. He's just a writer who has a talent for finding words and poems. That's all. Please, let him stay. We'll look after him. He can have our share of the medicine. We'll keep him in check.
But this doesn't conform to our regulations.
But what happened to her eyes? She just... I don't feel bad for the jailer now, because, you know, she's just doing her job, really.
Still as arrogant as ever, Idealist. One day, you'll get us all killed.
A stranger enters the exhibition hall. As she arrives, the jailer exhales with relief.
Oh, it's you. I'm glad to see you here.
She looks pretty though, I will say. And her hair reminds me of someone, but I'm not sure who. Who is this? Octavia?
That's Octavia,
Yeah.
one of our model inmates. She's been a great help in the past. If you're interested in prison literature, I'd suggest talking to her instead of the Idealist.
Oh. Bold. Alright.
So, she's a writer too. Who would have thought? This place has got writers coming out of the woodwork. I thought it would be easy to find my writer friend in a prison. But what are the odds that I'd break into a place absolutely lousy with them?
Was it Aleph or something?
She used to be in their gatherings until she got tired of their nonsense and started her own faction.
There's a faction in the prison. Can you imagine having a... I mean, to be fair, this is probably, like, most of the time, reverse internet stories are... how do you say this? It's taken from real stories IRL, right? So, I would assume so, that there is actually a case of people actually, like, in prison, people in prison, like a mental facility or something like that. if I'm not mistaken, Sweat was mentioned as, but like people in prison making like literature factions. My goodness. The new arrival brings out a change in the idealist. He clicks his tongue imperceptibly.
What are you doing here,
Oh.
Octavia? Haven't you heard?
He
The
made.
era of chieftains, ghosts, and plantation stories is over. Visceral realism is the future.
Are they fighting?
And has this brilliant visceral realism helped you finish any of these poems?
Ooh.
What a waste of time. I'm not interested in your movement or arguing with you. I just walked by and happened to witness another episode of your brutal arrogance.
Ooh.
And I'm not about to just stand aside and watch you repeat your mistakes. I'm taking Pablo to the physician. Care to lend a hand, Miss Jailer?
Ooh. They're probably fighting, huh?
We agreed to mind our own business. Are you breaking our agreement? No one will be allowed to erase a word from our poems.
Yeah, we're fighting. Are you fighting Jailer and Octavia? Don't mind the names, why? Doesn't make sense. What am I using? Wait, none of the thing about it is it's not here yet. You're right here. It's like next. I think it's next update or something. What is him so? What was I gonna do in? I was gonna use something. Someone, but I don't remember who. Man, I can try. And what do I want to use? I guess.
Every desire's my command. Embrace rather than resist.
Oh.
Haven't you let your ego cause enough trouble, idealist?
Better that than siding with the devil like you.
Ooh, bird.
Enough.
Wait, what?
This pointless arguing ends now.
Oh, we're fighting. What? That's actually weird. We're just fighting both of them. I thought we were taking someone's side. We're just Burton just straight up silencing both. I mean, honestly, good for her.
To the right.
Here.
Perfectly understood.
And then this, I guess.
Listen. Please, allow me.
Please allow me.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Really the best
Nope.
you have to offer.
Not the animations, though. You'll have it.
Like cupping the moon in the palm of my hand.
Woohoo! Say, listen up.
They're gonna die.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
No. Oh, follow up. No, but I really want to see their animation though.
Really? We did it. That's great.
I like the animations, even for the enemies, sprite animations.
Stand down, both
Oh.
of you.
Fighting. Their heated debate continues without any concern for the jailer's warning.
You've never listened. I pity your followers. To be led by such a reckless megalomaniac. Do you even think about the consequences of your actions? We fought hard to earn the freedom to discuss literature under their watch. Your impulsive ego threatens to destroy everything we've built here.
Spare me the lecture, Octavia. We don't need permission to do as we please. You're just another puppet of power, kneeling to the eyes behind those glass walls. They've trained you to believe it was your own decision, to be good and conform. Who could have done a better job? When I look at you, all I see is a sheep.
Oh my god.
Docile and obedient, just the way the tower wants. What kind of work could someone like you create? Literature isn't defended by those lounging in cozy rooms, scribbling to soothing music.
Thank goodness.
Have you looked in a mirror, idealist? You've become a pathetic windmill-tilting fool. A monster tearing down everything around you.
My goodness.
A beast of prey, you mean? Naturally, a sheep would be appalled by the mere thought of such a creature.
My goodness. They're just stacking on top of each other's words, my
A
goodness.
fearful sheep caught in a vine, confusing the blade that would set it free with the jaws of a lion.
Such a master of metaphor. But I beg you, learn to distinguish right from wrong, fantasy from reality. Only then can you truly lead our people toward what's right.
Distinguish right from wrong. Don't make me laugh. Is that the limit of your vision?
You...
Oh, girl, chill. Oh, screenshot. The impassioned leader jumps onto a nearby bench, striking a dramatic pose before the crowd. He raises arms. And now! And launches a punch.
Listen to me!
Launches a fist.
There is no truer home to literature than a prison.
What? What? A blessed deafening sound, all words fall from the air. Just like that. Who shot? Who in the world shot him? Oh, new sprite. The editor's expression freezes. His eyes search down from the face. Frozen face to a dark red hole in his chest. An ominous shade of crimson seeps out.
No.
Oh, it's not her. Never mind. I would have assumed someone, her or the jailer. The horrified arcanist stumbles back, screaming. It can't be unless it's arcane. Is that an arcanist spell? That the jailer can do. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure how was it a jaguar, was it? Is it a jaguar or a panther? No, it's a jaguar. Like a jaguar is going to shoot a gun. You know what I mean?
Who did this?
Nope,
Hands behind
it's
your
not
head
jailer.
and drop to your knees. All of you now. This is your last warning.
No. No. Alright. The prisoners show no reaction to the jailer's final ultimatum. They stare at the idealist unmoving.
Idealist, you're bleeding. It's in your chest.
As his life drains away, the idealist appears unsurprised. He simply turns his gaze towards Recoleta.
You must.
Must what?
Yes. Idealist?
What the hell? Was everything just suddenly falling down? The unfinished word, what? Dissolve into silence as the prison itself begins to tremble. The entire exhibition hall twists and contorts, its surrounding warping beyond comprehension as it dissolving and expanding freely.
What's going on?
What in the world? What? Garden of Forking Paths? The hall is still. Time seems frozen in place until someone utters the first words.
Was he shot? Where did the bullet come from?
Oh, she does not look fine. I mean, to be fair, everyone is here is in some way a criminal and mentally ill. So oh, she does not look well.
Miss Jailer and you ladies over there, come give me a hand. We need to get him to the physician.
Her words ignite the first spark.
Did you do this, Octavia? You couldn't face the burning truth of his words, so you pierced his very heart instead, just as it was blazing with the fire of justice. Or was it you, jailer? Did you intend to crush the voice of poetry beneath your wheel of power?
I don't know why, but this voice is so... I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it fits the character. I don't know, probably just me.
It has to be one of you devils in disguise, beasts in human skin.
I'm still not sure what happened. Like, yeah, he got shot, but why did the world change so suddenly?
Can't you see? I had nothing to do with this. I'm as innocent as any of you. I've been trying to keep order here, to protect everyone. And now you blame me?
Don't listen to her!
What?
The idealist made it very clear! She's trying to get us punished for her own gain!
Huh.
You're a murderer, Octavia!
The prisoner's fury erupts. What? In the chaos, Senator blocks the anarchy that pierces the air.
This is mad. You're accusing me without proof. It wasn't me.
This is getting out of hand. I suggest you ladies leave now.
No, wait. It all happened too fast. What happened to the idealist? Is he all right? I
He got
didn't
shot.
even get a chance to ask about Aleph.
Not gonna be fine. As the tide of people surges around them, the line between life and death blurs beyond recognition.
I agree with the jailer. Timekeeper, Miss Recoleta, let's get out of here.
Yeah, scramble. Alright, time to check. Raid. The violent. No, did I miss something? Nope. The violent conflict rages on, and everything else becomes meaningless. The illusion of time dissolves, its flow unknown. Under the Guardian's influence, the frenzy of the frenzy of prisoners begins to resemble an unreadable, chaotic epic. At this moment, an unidentifiable figure enters their midst. Though no one takes notice, the newcomer scrutinizes the motionless corpse.
His vitals are gone.
Corpse?
At last, some peace and quiet.
What?
Well, for a liar and a thief like him, there's hardly a better end than this.
That the idealist? But sounds like he's talking about the idealist. He reaches into the idealist's coat pocket and pulls out a die. Yo, D20. It's cool. It is a cool design. I like it. It is an artifact marked by patterns revealed in smoke, an object seemingly not meant to exist in this world. 20-sided die known only through an omniscient perspective. Huh. And now it is stained in an utterly corrupted blackness.
Just as I thought. You had it all along.
An artifact? Interesting. The Weaving of Shadows, Volume 4. That's 4, right? Fate is like a mirror. Its strongest reflections are shaped by time. Enter the darkness. Another flashback. Up to this point, I have participated firsthand in several sessions of La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas. Those literary experiments treated languages as an advanced game, weaving reality and fiction into an invisible web, ensnaring everyone present in a piece with words. Never before had I been so intimate with literature or thought about it so deeply. I was amazed by how words could so vividly express both playfulness and values. Until that ordinary afternoon when a poet named Eduardo was reciting his new piece with refined rhythm and Miss Octavia was discussing the state of Sao Paulo with me. No one noticed anything unusual about Mr. Julio's condition. Just like you wrote in the Tin Soldiers of Sao Paulo. The greatness of Latin America lies in its richness, and from that richness comes misfortune, not by insatiable greed. One man's poverty is another's feast. Suffering nourishes joy. They are like riverbanks clearly divided. This duality, this paradox, isn't it precisely the kind of question we should be posing through literature? The thud of bone against a hard surface interrupts her. Julio is banging his head against the wall. Oh, another episode. Not enough, not enough, not like this, not. You can't grasp space and time. I'm still missing some essential language form frameworks and thought patterns. With one current language system, I cannot catch the ghost of time. I can only let it slip away from the tip of my pen. Imagine, Mr. Julio, what's wrong with you? Unlike the panic Octavia, the other inmates around Julio seem unfazed. Oh, what? Oh, new NPC model. That wall is scalable, Julio. I told you already. I can lend you some of my bandages from last week if you need them. For a permanently silent object, any form of narrative is futile. In the end, you're just wrestling with your own shadow.
What are you all standing around for? Can't you see Julio's hurting himself?
She... I don't know about you guys, but so far she seemed to be one of the more sane ones. Aside from, I guess, was it Roberta? Yeah, Roberta and Octavia are like, so far, like the sanest one that I can see so far. Oh my god, imagine in the future they're like the most cookie ones. Because so far every other prisoner has been giving a mental illness. And they it should be. I mean, I will assume so, because I mean, at least at like some sort of level of it, you know. Can you see Julio's? Yeah. Oh, we're back with into Dora's perspective. Octavia is clearly flustered. Doris knows she must first eliminate any outside interference that might obstruct her ability to help. Miss Octavia, please calm down. Please calm down. Tell me, what do you see? Oh yeah, she's fine.
Julio, he's hurt, bleeding.
He tried to break through the mirror of language with his head, but it was actually a wall. By now, Doris has already learned how to filter out the surreal embellishments typical to La Sociedad members in order to correctly assess the situation. Mirror or wall, it doesn't matter. Please take a close look and decide and describe what you see clearly and without embellishment. What is Mr. Julio's condition? His muscles are spasming uncontrollably, or as if jolted by a cold electric current. His face is tightening, twisting, like he's struggling against a silent force. His fingers are curling into unnatural shapes. His expression keeps changing, first pain, then panic, and finally blankness.
Sounds like he's having an epileptic seizure. Perhaps I could offer some help.
What did you do? Seizures again, I forgot. Guided by the sound of Julio's whimpers, Torres approaches. His head is bloodied.
Please, Miss Octavia, help me so I can help him.
Could you lay him down flat on his side? We have to stop him from hurting himself. I can use my arcane skill. Whoa, what's her arcane skill? Flashing lights could worsen an epileptic seizure. Does your arcane skill emit intense light? If so, I must ask you to refrain from using it. Interesting. Good call, good call. Octavia, her leader, tracks her incantation. She presses down on Julio's shoulder and lowers him onto the cold, hard floor. Excuse me, cold, hard floor. The doctor kneels quickly and gently turns the man onto his side, preventing him from injuring himself any further. Any say? Nope. As time passed, Mr. Julio's convulsion began to subside, but his body remained stiff, his jaw clenched tight. I took a disposable bite pad from the first aid kit and carefully placed it in his mouth to keep him from biting himself. Eventually, the situation came under control, and Mr. Julio's breathing stabilized. And there everyone went straight back to the gathering as if it were only a minor inconvenience. I mean, if something like this happens every so often, it's probably just another minor inconvenience, right? I would assume so though. Thank you for your help, Miss Erd. Not Miss Doris. Guess she switches between names here and there. The doctor responds with a silent smile.
You seem experienced. Was it a major part of your responsibilities in Sao Paulo?
So, that's interesting because technically, she in Atu she is represented as Erd, but then in Paulo, in Sao Paulo, she represented as she was referred to as or like known as I forgot. What was it, Miss? Bruh, I forgot. I legit forgot. Miss Doras. Yeah, and she was called Miss Doras or Doras. Then where else? In when she was working with the what was it? The Lakey Diviner or something. Yenisei, when she was working with Yenisei, she was Besmer. So right, she has a lot of names. But it's interesting how she just changes it like name by name. We don't really know how or like how do we distinguish what time she uses what name, you know? Interesting though. Yes, saving others is my profession, writing is my hobby. In my home, I am first and foremost a doctor. Miss Erd, you have my utmost admiration as a doctor, as a writer, and even more as a person beyond any social categorization. Categorization. You, a doctor who actually live in the fabulous, pointed the barrel at your soul before wielding your words as a weapon. Compared to you, I've achieved nothing of substance. All I do is wave ideals around as if that's enough. Miss Octavia, I am simply a writer who follows her pure curiosity. I'm afraid I'm not qualified to provide you with any concrete advice, nor am I as great as you say.
You're well prepared for your vision and ambition, for modesty is such an essential part of writing. And you've just demonstrated a skillful use of introspection.
Give me a sec, guys. I just want to make sure the audio is fine. Live in YouTube's fine. Live in and Twitch is fine. That's good. Okay, let's go back.
Thank you for your kind words.
But I like to return to my room and think for a while. See you tomorrow. Excuse me. I like to return to my room and think for a while. See you tomorrow. Also here she refers to herself because we're looking at in like Torres's perspective, right? Like this is her POV, and she refers to herself as Doras, but she introduced herself to these people as Earth, which is I would assume why they call her Earth. Still, why did she do that? I mean, I would assume because this is like a society of like poetry and writing and stuff, it would make more sense if she refers to herself as her pen name, I guess. I don't know. One thing about me. Wait. Where's this? Cell Kamala present. Oh, is this where? No, this is still the flashback. This is a butcher's face. Was it the physician? Physician was it? Yeah. Oh, can't even imagine, honestly. It's kind of strange. No, yeah, one thing about me, most of the time when I play games and stuff, I just turn off my brain, but I do still like think about it. But I didn't like think too much that I start solving things. Because to me at least, it's more fun when I actually see it unfold, the story unfolds without me predicting and stuff. Because when I start to predict stuff, it kind of takes away the sense of not. I mean, like depends. Is it if it's like a shock factor, that the realization how everything connects back. But when I see it, it makes me more interested in the story. Other than I already predicted it, and then I see it. So like it's the impact is less funky to me, so to say. So most of the time for games like this with a story, RPGs basically, I simply just turn on my brain just so that I can have a good time without actually thinking a lot about like how the story goes, how it's going to go, and just get myself be excited for what is unfolding, why stuff is happening. So it's more fun to me that way, or at least in my way. Anyways, wait, I did I not read that? The idealist pursue his ideals to erect a magnificent vision atop the tower of literature. But for those outside the tower, what good is that magnificent? Who is she talking to? Here I am, locked away in a prison. My words going no further than these walls. I even only have my life because of my wretched father.
It was foolish to think that ideas alone could ease people's pain.
Maybe we're no different from the heretics who were burned at the stake in the Middle Ages. Perhaps only professionals like Mr. Doctors with real expertise can truly save a person. Wait, but this prison does have a doctor meant to handle every kind of issue, whose specialty is precisely in the mental field. But he's not just a doctor, he's the overseer of this prison. As the idea is why the person in charge here wasn't a regular jailer or a police chief, but a physician. As expected, he brushes me off with some grandiose, idealistic rhetoric. But Why has the idealist always seemed so opposed to the physician?
Why?
Why can't patients like Mr. Julio, who are clearly suffering, be sent to him?
Puzzles on top of puzzles. Questions after questions. My head.
Her sigh echoes through the circular building, and it is soon answered by a chorus of other sighs.
I can't do this anymore.
I can't do this anymore. Miss Octavia turned and walked away, though she looked disheartened. Wait, Doris was there? I could still see the power of the unwavering force that drove her forward. What would that force be for me? Looking back, I too began to reflect on myself, to contemplate fate, that grand and irreversible force. And it's the fact that we just did two, and I mean only two. Like we legit only did two so far. Goodness. Let's continue. Part 8, The Spider's Web. Open it, reread it, witness firsthand the events that transpired within the desert. Is it desert or desert? I still can't differentiate between desert and desert. I'm just gonna assume that's desert. Because desert sounds random. Spider's web. Too random even, honestly.
Ladies, I must apologize for what happened back there.
Oh yeah, also I'm gonna pull for a left. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull for a left, but not in this stream. Maybe in the future stream. But at some point I'm gonna pull because I'm currently building my. I forgot the word. Impromptu team, yeah. So he will in fact be a good addition to my impromptu team. And in the next update, when my funky beloved character, favorite character, beloved gets her funky euphoria, my team is complete. Ladies, I must apologize for the fact that I just say it again. You know what? Let me check. Everything is fine. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm doing a funky reverse and then just as the title is, just as the title said, doing a funky game reverse and favorite game. I would say. Let's continue.
We were caught off guard. There has never been a commotion of that scale before. I must report this to the physician.
Don't worry, Miss Jailer. We made it out in one piece.
Thank you for your understanding. Ordinarily, I would arrange to escort you to a safer location, but I'm afraid at this hour you'll have missed the last train.
Oh.
And the roads are icy at night.
Hearing this, Recoleta exchanges a quick but meaningful expression with her companions.
Vernon, we can't leave like this. We appreciate your kind consideration, Miss Jailer. But we still have some unfinished business here.
I see. I'll arrange a clean room in a safer section for you. We'll do our best to ensure your safety tonight.
They still didn't explain anything at all, like why there's that sudden funky reality warping thing. Right? They didn't explain that again yet. What was it? Alter Ego, was it? Yeah, the exhibition name that was made by Roberto. No, there's Roberto and then I forgot the other guy's name. Was it Dominic or something? Yeah. Yeah, I still don't know what happened there. Huh. That's weird, that's for sure. Common person cell. Night falls and the girls huddled together, scrutinizing their unfamiliar surroundings.
They actually found us a spare room.
Bleak, quiet, and somber. It's a cell like all the others.
Don't worry. This isn't the first time we've ended up on the wrong side of the bars.
Oh my god. Oh, was it? The last time was in forgot which update. Was it 2.4? No, 1.4 if I'm not mistaken. Got frozen because what? Was it Beans? Because of Beans? Regulus. Yeah, it was still with Regulus and then Seneto and Bertin. And it's because Regulus was drinking coffee or something. They got caught by 37 and 6. I mean, technically just 37 anyway. Well, not really. Oh my goodness. Pretty sure, right? It was Regulus, Saneto, and of course Britain.
At least this time we're just here for the night. Not a full sentence.
Yeah, my goodness. Was there another time they got into prison? I mean, there is that one time that kinda prison. Then there's also that one other. No, the other time is Roaring 90s. That one with the J update. That was with what was her name? Matilda One-ish. Yeah, this a different story. Yeah. So Neto lets out a whispered in protest.
So this cell is quite different from the ones we've been in before.
Yeah, looks well mentally ill. That's for one.
Not just the cell. The whole prison is unlike anything I've seen. And this society they've been running here isn't some mere pastime. They're having real discussions about meaningful topics, even though the rest of the world has been cut off from them.
But we're still in an Arcanist prison. A place where conflicts and violence can erupt at any moment. Let's not forget that.
She did the French hand again. No, Italian hand. Yeah. I like it when she does it. It's just, I don't know, it's just funny. Just very serious though. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like mentally ill. It's like in the hospital for the mentally ill. They're having a discussion with thoughts. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, like it makes sense. They're having meaningful discussion with each other. Otherwise, they're gonna go insane. I know I would.
Miss Jailer warned us from the start. These prisoners are mentally unstable and potentially dangerous. Miss Recoleta, with all due respect, we can't afford to see this place through rose-colored glasses. We'd be overlooking the risks, as we did earlier.
Exactly.
And with all due respect, Soneto, we didn't overlook any danger. At least I didn't. A writer must be observant if she is to accurately reflect the world in her writing.
But you...
We came here with different goals. And still, none of them have been accomplished.
Yeah.
I suggest we focus on our respective missions, instead of fighting with one another.
Thank you, Bertin, for being the... I don't remember the word. Intermediate? I forgot the word.
Apologies, Timekeeper. Miss Recoleta, I take back everything I said.
No, that's fast.
Don't apologize, Soneto. I'm at fault too. Sometimes I forget that words can be as sharp as swords. You were only thinking about our safety. I shouldn't have been so rude. I actually really admire how you fought back there. If you'd allow me, I'd like to write a poem for you, once my novel's finished.
My god. I mean, I would assume at the end of this journey, this story at least, her novel is quote unquote finished, but at least she has a full idea how she wants to do it. Still, also her outfit is giving marching band. Very nice.
That's terribly kind of you. But honestly, I think we've had enough poetry today to last a lifetime.
Let me know if you change your mind. By the way, did either of you see what happened to the idealist?
Recalling the recent conflict, the indomitable girl finally hesitates.
The jailer told me she went back to the gallery once everything calmed down. She found nothing. No blood, no shell cases, not even a trace of the idealist.
Timekeeper, now's really not the time for ghost stories.
Do you mean that maybe the idealist somehow managed to get out of there on his own?
Huh. Let me read that again. Wait, what? Idealist is a guy, right? The jailer told me she went back to the gallery once everything calmed down.
She found nothing. No blood, no shell cases, not even a trace of the idealist.
Huh.
Timekeeper, now's really not the time for ghost
stories. Huh.
Or perhaps someone else helped him.
Well, according to the idealist and our jailer, any inmates who are unwell will be taken to the physician.
So it's safe to assume they've been the idealists have been taken to the physician, right?
It's possible someone brought him there, while everyone else was shouting and running about.
Still, it's kind of too smooth and fast.
You're right. It could be that he's with the physician right now. I'm relieved. That was a sudden plot twist, but a visionary of his magnitude doesn't deserve to die in silence like that.
To be fair, the gunshot was quite loud, as was the ensuing commotion.
Nonetheless, he couldn't have just died like that. I mean, the readers would write if a writer were to kill off a character so abruptly.
Oh my goodness.
But you believe he's still alive too, am I right?
She knows her words are merely a cover. She needs an answer, a real undeniable answer.
There's nothing that we can be certain of for now. But on a brighter note, we didn't come back empty-handed from our mission either, Sonetto. We found Dr. Dorez's signature in the gallery. You were right all along, Recoleta. She was here.
But we didn't see her at the gathering. Could something have happened to her, like with the idealist?
Now that I think about it, she did mention to Doris did mention to Octavia that she worked at Sao Paulo. So this proves her existence is not in one moment in time alone, because she was captured in Sao Paulo and now she's here. Almost like she's never in one place at one time.
Do you think she was also sent to the physician and never made it back?
This is all just speculation.
Yeah,
if we want to find the idealist, or Dr. Dorez, we need to speak to this physician first. Miss Recoleta, do you believe that the idealist could be your pen pal, Aleph?
Whether he is or not, he's still my best lead.
That name touches the nerve once again.
Amigas, I've had this strange feeling in my gut since we got here. Something is slowing us down.
Is Amiga supposed to be like friends as in like a group of girls? Would assume so because I've only heard like amigos. Huh.
Now, to figure out what it is.
A silent fear grips her, like ripples suddenly appearing on a once still lake, and settling in its quiet disturbance.
Look, it's a wild guess, but just wait till I finish. It feels like everything happening in this prison is somehow connected to my novel, El auge y la caída de la cordura.
The rise and fall of sanity.
We're no strangers to wild guesses, and sometimes they're closer to the truth than you'd think. So
the rise and fall of sanity.
Sorry. What exactly is your story about?
The question scatters the midnight gloom. Outside, moonlight spills over gray-white snow.
Huh. Nunca pensé que te interesaría. It starts... Sorry, it's been a while since I told it from the beginning. A few years ago, I worked as a forest ranger. It happened in a desert town called Amalfitano, in Sonora, back in 1975.
Two patient listeners watch the stammering girl, waiting for the next part of the story.
You know what? Most people say the beginning's a bit hard to get into, except for Aleph. I'm thinking of rewriting it, but if you like the sound of it so far, maybe I could read you the latest part I just finished?
She studies her reader's expression, guessing madly at their responses.
Please.
Oh, screenshot.
Todo empezó con los datos de frecuencia de las cintas. El patrón general parecía haber cambiado. Al principio, la investigadora de paracausalidad lo atribuyó a un error estadístico. Un fallo, tal vez. Oh, sorry. But after a few days and long nights of meticulous calculations, that explanation only became less and less plausible. The odds of success and failure kept shifting, and the chance of repeating the previous result kept growing. It was as if someone had tampered with the rules and tweaked it to their liking. She took her findings to Amalfitano, the town of nothing, as they called it then.
Huh.
Near the old looms, she met a blind weaver who spoke softly of an old tale.
That is Dora and not just Dora's version. It's so funny that it is. That she's been there for like that whole time. I mean, she seems like that.
I heard a strange rustling at dawn, like a die rolling along a wooden floor. Then the morning light dimmed and died. That was the last time I saw the sun, my own hands, or the threads I worked with. The second time I heard the die roll, I was told the oxen in the fields sank to their knees and never stood again. By the third roll, the fields were crawling with frogs. Plows ran over them, and some still writhed, squeezing themselves deeper into the cracks in the earth. The fourth time the die rolled, 10 dormice plunged into the sea in a strange sleepwalk.
Huh.
And 10 bears feasted for the last time before winter arrived. The final roll of the die was cast in a cage during a duel. Before a crowd of eager eyes, the winner left with 10 pounds of gold, and the loser left with 10 flies, which fell on him to feast.
Kind of makes you think, honestly. Alright, I'm just gonna listen. It's confusing, that's for sure. The quiet spreads through their cell like a rolling tide. It's the fact that they're doing all this while still being in like a prison cell. It's funny to me. Plus, excuse me.
Is that all?
Seems like it.
You're confused?
Well,
Same.
there's more, but I haven't quite figured those parts out yet. Any thoughts? Anything. I can take it. Please, I really need some feedback.
She's so desperate. Oh my god. You're so real for that. Ricoletta, my goodness.
I wonder if the protagonist ever finds this die of Babylon in the end.
Oh, Verton, it isn't a real die, it's just a metaphor.
Oh, I see. I must have missed that. Sorry. Still, it's a beautiful story. Sad, but beautiful.
The story is still too obscure, isn't it? Aleph warned me about this. In our last correspondence, he suggested adding the Blind Weaver to shed light on the hidden theme. It helped at first, but even with a sage advice, no matter how hard I tried, the plot just didn't seem to move forward. Feel stuck in that village with them, lost, dazed, isolated inside their small, disconnected moments. Something crucial is missing, leaving gaps between the characters and the scenes. Should I change the storyteller's perspective? Start a different angle? Or maybe rewrite the characters completely? What should I do?
Before the writer sinks into a swirling vortex of self-doubt, someone decides to push for something tangible.
Apologies, but you said your story somehow connects to what's happening here in the Panopticon. What makes you think that?
It's a strange feeling. Like everything here belongs to a dream I once had. Only I can't remember it.
Do you mean that you have a sense of déjà vu? It's nothing to worry about. Our psychiatrist friend Kakania told me those moments are often the result of a dysfunctional connection between two parts of the brain. Like a little glitch in our heads.
Rare Kakania mentioned? So at least we know that Kakania had interacted with the Sonato guy. Because I don't remember them actually having any talk before with each other, right? In the main story even, it was Marcus. And only Marcus. Pretty much, yeah.
No, it's nothing like déjà vu.
The storyteller snaps back, politely agitated.
Déjà vu is a single moment, a specific situation. But here it's everything. La sociedad, the rules, the idealist, even the incidents in the gallery. Each one unfolds in a similar pattern, like the grooves on a record, telling a story I feel I've listened to before. Amalfitano and Comala. They're two sides of that same record, playing out the same tune. Whatever happens in my story seems to be happening here too. I had that feeling when I met you as well, Miss Verton. At first I thought it was only an interesting coincidence. You're much like the first character in my story. A traveler with a suitcase.
The girl rambles on, desperately relating to her characters.
But then I realized, the doctor, your Dores, she's like the blind weaver who lost her sight to the die despite having always been faithful to it. And the jailer, she's the bank clerk who assisted the corporation in taking over the town in order to escape her past. And the idealist, he's the murdered donkey driver. And the die of Babylon... No. Mis queridos amigos ficticios. ¿Qué rayos les está pasando?
Huh? Fictional friends? Why is she mentioning fictional friends that she's talking to them?
Wait. Are you saying that everyone we've met here matches a character from your story? Like some kind of archetype? That sounds unbelievable. But Then again, maybe you're onto something.
Maybe it's an arcane skin, like an arcane skull, like a prison-wide arcane skull.
You see the world through a different lens that none of us share.
Not just the characters. The events here are mirroring my story too. Aleph, he's the only one who truly understood my story. If things are playing out just like my novel, then maybe Aleph is in fact still here.
And the reason why everything is happening as it is happening.
Are you suggesting that someone is controlling the Panopticon in order to make it follow the same plot as
Yeah.
your story? That they've set the rules, started the poetry group, planned the attack on the Idealist, and tried to prevent us from finding Dr. Dorez?
I won't say it's that far, but I won't say that it's far off too.
If that's true, Miss Recoleta, it's very likely that the one acting against us is in fact Aleph himself.
Huh. To be fair, he is the only one that knows of Recoleta's works. Recoleta never expected the chain of reasoning to unravel this way, specifically the work that she's currently doing right now.
But No. How could that be possible?
Denial moment as she interrupts, only for confusion to creep onto her face moments later.
Why? Why would he do this?
I'm asking the same question.
I don't see any reason why he'd be connected. He's an intelligent, cultured, and profound person, not a common killer. No, none of this adds up.
Remember, Dr. Doris was brought to Ushuaia by the Xeno rebels.
The problem is, even if they say that there's a potential that Aleph is the one that killed or like attempted to forever bye my guy, what was it? The Idealist. It doesn't make sense because he doesn't have a motive, right? Like, what's the motive behind killing? The forever bye. I'm still not sure if that word is actually banned or not. That's actually a bad word or something. Which, still, why is it like a bad word? Like, what, bruh? Like, bruh moment, for real. But yeah, it's weird. He still doesn't have a motive, right?
And we know they're connected to Manus Vindicte. If this Aleph really is hiding Doris from us, he may be working with them.
Recoleta stares blankly for a time before clumsily shifting the topic.
Oh, my... Soneto. I didn't know you had such a flair for stories. Maybe you should join us and become a visceral realist too.
Is that even real? That even real, like an actual invitation? Or she did it sound surprised though.
I think you're only imagining things. Perhaps you were inspired by this strange prison?
Now she's nervous.
Perhaps we all need to start writing our own stories.
Oh,
Come out now. Whoever's out there, speak up.
someone's been spying on them?
How can we help you?
Who's there?
The Sonata didn't realize that. Interesting. Oh, we're fighting. Silikomale. That's fine.
Which of these darlings shall we attend
Yeah.
to first? To the right. Perfectly understood.
Perfectly understood. Here, I guess.
Woohoo! Take off! Regaining control of our bodies. Do have a little faith in me, Master. Unbreakable!
Interesting. And then we do this, this. No. I should buff first.
To the right. Woohoo! Listen up!
There.
This'll help. Stars light the way.
Really? You did it!
great.
We did. That's great. Oh, there we go. Have any other stars? I think this should be it for today. I know we only did 3. We did a lot of. Let me check already. Let me check actually. We have been going on for. Let me check. We have been going on for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's good for today. Yeah, after I read this temperature record P12 and then we're gonna end stream. Then that's good for today. Alright, let's continue. Let me check the audio real quick. Just in case the audio sounds fine. We only did the 3. Alright, let's continue. Alright, let's continue. For real. They've got to record P12. They recover their eyes. They descended into madness. Redocument. When they speak of Manus Vindicte, their tone is always light, often laced with jokes. Colorful descriptions like a greasy-headed musician smearing tiles like a drunk Edward Goya frequently crop up in their poetry, even though I have never seen such a scene myself. I can still grasp their attitude towards Manus Vindicte. It was an oppression surpassing even their past sufferings. That subconsciously, they ignore the similarity, perhaps out of denial, or perhaps because this prison had already taught them to obey, also subconsciously. But as far as I know, Manus Vindicte did bring their terror here. Those marks drove Arcanus to insanity and caused unbearable suffering, as if they were caught in an inescapable snare. After prolonged torment, they lost the ability to utter even a single phrase of their own language, reduced to slaves of this underground faction, left with only a singular thought, their souls having left the empty husk their former selves. And as for humans, it seems they were driven to death en masse. At night, they were not allowed to prolong sleep, woken by their companions every hour to sit beneath the watchtower and chant prayers. And by dawn, high intense training and interrogations that did not require or expect any answers would begin again. The purpose of Manus Vindicte is beneath the school methods. Scarce the deepest crevice in the ice field is nothing but destruction. They seek to completely destroy humanity. Interesting. Part 9, the Central Tower, a silent and merciless of ideals. And that will be it for today. I'm gonna claim this. Just gonna claim it. 10 more minutes. You know what? I could play the hard levels and then we're gonna end it. I'm gonna play the hard levels and then I'm gonna end it at the Gallery of the Bewilderment.
Party in the sky and
On the air.
Perfectly under the right. Woohoo! Listen up. Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
No, I didn't. My goodness.
Sending down signals from above. Party in
God.
the sky and on the air.
Party on the sky on the air. I buffed the wrong. I didn't use the right cards.
Woohoo! Listen up. Regaining
Wait,
control.
that's an AP.
Body. Calm. Unbreakable.
Maybe she has an AP up.
Stars light the way.
Alright. Win.
Woohoo! Take off. To the right. Okay. Sending down signals from above.
From above.
That was a flight.
Indeed, indeed. Party on the sky and on the air. Should be it.
Embrace rather than resist. To the right.
Nope.
To the left. Perfectly. Listen up. Listen. Do have a little faith in me, Master? Unbreakable.
No. That move, that what was it? The Idealist did reminds me of 6.
To the right. Woohoo! Listen up. Regaining control of our bodies. Sending down signals from above.
Hey.
Really? We did it. That's great.
Nice. Oh, another one actually. Hard mode. It's gonna get 1 extra. So that
Embrace
do this
rather than resist.
dark mode. Shadow side, if you will.
To the left.
This.
Listen.
Did it wrong way, but never mind.
Calm. Sending down signals from above. To the right. To the left. Woohoo! Take off! Regaining control of our body. This'll help. Stars light the way.
There you go.
Really? We did it!
Free stuff, let's go. It'll be fine. I'm gonna pause. That'll be it for today. So far, the story has been very interesting. I am very interested in how this is going to continue. It's interesting, that's for sure. Seems like we're getting visitors. I think that's the jailer. And then this is, I'm assuming, who would be Octavia, and another person. I'm not sure who though. Could be Idealist. Could be the Idealist. This, but so far very interesting. I like the story. I like where it's going. Very delicious, if you will. Enjoyed it a lot. As usual, they cook with this one. Still want to know what happens. Then I'll have my full thoughts around it. both ways actually. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna thank. I want to thank everyone that's been following this funky gameplay. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I appreciate people that have been watching me. Thank you, chat. Thank you, my fellow roaches. Thank you, my fellow roaches, for joining us. For joining me today. It's been fun. It's been fun. I actually enjoyed it. I only been streaming for like less than a month now, and like very much not even. I mean, technically 2 weeks, I guess. Like full 2 weeks. I had like a long pause in my streaming because I had stuff to do. By stuff, I mean just work projects. But I will be here for a while. Because I won't be getting any projects for the time being. Thank goodness. So I can stream for a while. The only reason in the future I won't be streaming is if I'm like very sick or I have family members to attend to that prevents me from going live. That being people are over because I live with family, like a big family. I can't really do much other than when many of them are already out and are like going to work or like going to school. So at the moment, this is like the only time I can stream. So that's in the future. I'm renting some place, so like I bought a house or something. This will be how the schedule is gonna work. At some point, I'm gonna make a proper schedule. Hopefully. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot for people joining me today. Very much enjoyed it. I very appreciate your time here joining me. This is a funky little journey. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been very fun. Of like streaming. Because I work and when I get back from work or like I guess before work, I guess. Because I streamed this before work. This is like a good release session. And like I don't know, it feels like a good cleanser. For me at least. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining today again. And I will see you guys, my fellow roaches, in the next stream, which is hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, thank you very much. See you guys. Bye. Hora hora. Oh, wrong card.